on, Kodiak. Kodiak time! I think I missed my turn. Why this trail looks so different. Y'all may see my videos where I have a deer head mounted on the wall. Got a nice 8-pointer. I call him George. I kill him out of this stand. So I used to sit here facing back this way, and my son was back there where we just saw that metal in the tree. And it seemed like it's kind of high up, but it's really not that high. This right here is probably, I think, like 13 or 14 feet, and his was like maybe 8 feet. So we took it down and moved it. I extended the legs on it and made it taller and moved it down here. And all y'all hunters out there, I'm giving y'all exclusive on the hunting area of Deacon T. I put my share of hunting time in each year, and I absolutely love it. This is an old trail we built maybe it was 6 or 7 years ago. It done growed up like crazy. I can hardly tell which way I'm supposed to be going. But we'll ride anyway. I think we had a shortcut through there somewhere. Now we have a tree in the path. So much for the tree in the path. That old dry creek bed right there. Got a little bit of water in it. See right there, we got an old deer stand. Hey PJ, your stand's still holding up, buddy. Shout out to my boy PJ. Good old fellow hunter that loves the outdoors like I do. And we have built a bridge somewhere over here. And as you can tell, it's kind of sort of gone. It's nice back here though. We're gonna have to use four-wheel drive. Now we gotta get some speed. Come on, Kodiak. Oh, she's free now. I'm really guessing at this trail. We built this trail. I was driving a 350 Warrior. And my son had a 300 EX, so we had it a little bit more narrow. This Kodiak with these 35s on here got me brushing trees out here. Well, somebody has blocked the exit. Let's see, can we make a new path? Yeah, this should be real interesting. Out of that spot. That tree fell in the last I would say 2 years maybe. And that's my little feeder. Got a timer on it. It releases corn at dusk and at dawn. I didn't use it last year. I have some that's gravity fed that I don't have to really put batteries in. But this one, I haven't used it since I killed that 6-point in this area a couple of years ago. But they're pretty cool to have. You don't have to worry about spilling out too much corn at one time. So they're good to have. I think Real Tree makes that one, or Moultrie, one of the guys. I want to say Real Tree, I'm not sure. But they work pretty good. Need to drag me a pallet behind this thing and clear this path out real good. I'll show y'all these last 2 spots. We'll probably check the ones out back in the deep a little later on. But this right here is the be all and all of hunting blinds. We call this the block. And you can probably put 3 or 4 guys in there comfortably. And I'm thinking about closing it in, putting windows, little small bathroom windows in there. And then you see the roof is collapsed on that backside. So I'm gonna have to get up there, and I may put a slope roof on it and take that metal roof. I welded that up out of a swing set, like a metal swing set, and put a metal roof on it. So I can take that whole A roof and take it down and get my come along and just kind of crank it back down and put it on my small trailer and haul it out of here. And I can probably put that somewhere else. I may take that to the ground blind I showed you guys a few seconds ago. I might put it over there and build some nice little legs on it. But this right here, homemade shooting rack. I shoot back this way, and I got targets down range that way. Probably about a good 180 yards that way, and it's about 240 going back where we just came from, where the feeder was. So that bale and everything's back behind me now. And like I said, that right there is a homemade shooting rack. I can actually show you a little bit closer on that. You basically put the barrel up on this end, and of course your stock back here, you sit on the stool. The stool is not connected, so you can move it over any way you want to move it. And I got a little seat clamp deal here where I can spin it and raise the buck up, the buck of the gun up until you can see down range. And if you need to raise it up a little bit, and then you can lock it down in that one position and take shots, and then you can make adjustments to your scope, and you'll be certain that your shot is going to the exact same spot, because that'll hold the gun where it should be and where it was when you took your last shot. So I designed that from using so many bullets. I was going through round after round trying to set scopes, and I came up with that idea. And I got all my buddies that I hunt with got me setting their scopes now. And that's how you climb in. Think about putting a set of stairs on there and really like making it real nice, because we're into the camping and all that stuff now. So I may actually really hook this up really nice and have it closed in underneath. And you can have a guy sitting underneath nice and comfortable facing back this way, because deer come in any direction out here. I mean, you name a direction, I've seen them come in that way. So it's endless hunting out here, and we have a ball out here pretty much every season. I was slack last year working on those trailers, and really was slack getting out there, but I still killed 2 last year. A nice buck, real big body buck, and a smaller body buck. Neither one of the racks were really impressive, but I got one more spot I can show you guys. Let me cut through here. This is simply named the tent. Speaks for itself. It has moved a little bit and kind of shifted on me, look like. But that's one of the first tents I ever had. Of course, it used to be really nice camouflage, but you see the bottom is all busted out of it. I may have to retire that this year, but the spot is really sweet. And I've killed a ton of deer out of that spot, just sitting there nice and comfortable. And I mean, they look up here and that thing blends on in with the rest of the trees, and they're also looking back toward the sun. So there's no silhouettes or anything. And I've done really well out of that stand too. Nice ground blind. I have another one like that that's kind of new. That's much more smaller. It ain't as tall of a top end, so you can't stand up. You kind of got to duck down, get it in and sit down. But it's really cozy too. That's the only one that I put up in the last 3 years that I haven't killed some out of. This right here was a food plot I tried to do the year before last. It's kind of one of those mixed bags where they have like the chicory. Yeah, this is the stand right here where we took down that my son had, and I brought it here, extended the legs about another 3 or 4 feet, and then put it up in that tree. So that's only like maybe 11, 12 feet to the footrest. So it's not too high, but you got good height. I have deer walking all up under me, walking right by the ladder. They never even, you know, see me up there. Don't pay me a bit of attention. Unless they smell you, you're pretty much out of sight and out of mind. And where you see that tree, right there, that's a shooting lane. All the way straight down through there. And as you see, it's lined right up with that. It's exactly 115 yards. I killed a nice 6-point down there 2 years ago, standing in the lane. I got a corn feeder down there. Trapped a lot of coons down there. And I think this tree has failed in the last few months because I hadn't saw this out here before, but I got to get in here and get that cut up because I do a little firewood too. So of course you'll see all that stuff in my up and coming videos. I haven't got back into my wood yet, but you'll definitely be seeing lots and lots of that. That's a ground blind I made maybe 9-10 years ago. I probably killed maybe 4 or 5 deer in that spot. Killed a nice 9-pointer. I have that plaque on my wall in my bedroom. It's a 9-pointer. And he just kind of hanging out back here in this thick stuff. 2 other bucks hanging out with him. And I just kind of waited on him until he got in position and was able to harvest him. So I haven't had a stand that I have built yet that we haven't killed something in those stands. I usually build my stands based off the movement of the deer in that previous hunting season. And you just keep adding on and adding on until you have multiple hunting spots. And then you got your buddies come out and hunt with you. You got plenty of places to put everybody and get everybody out of everybody's shooting lane and that kind of thing. And I basically hand built everything out here. I think I have a total of 9 hunting spots out here. And I can tell you where every last one of them sits and, you know, what hunter will be facing or shooting that direction. So we kind of strategically set everybody up where they're out of the range or the straight line of anybody who's hunting out here with us. I pretty much know everybody in the woods with us. And anybody other than somebody that came in here with me is trespassing. This is our little bale when we get the scopes set in at the top of the year, or the top of the season rather. We'll ring this bell a couple of times to make sure everything's still zeroed in real good. I got old 7mm. My son got 30-06, a couple of shotguns, about 3 20 gauges, a couple of 12 gauges, and some semi-automatic 22s. These are some of the stands, like little ground blinds we built just to be able to come closer to this edge of the property line back here. A lot of time they would come in late evenings and we could just sit here and kind of watch them and just be real picky on what we shoot. That was a little spot I set up for my son. I've hunted in there